I increased my salary by $25,000 in 6 months. Here's exactly what I did. 6 months ago, I was underpaid, overworked, and frustrated. I knew I was capable of more, but I didn't have a clear strategy to turn that into a higher salary. Instead of waiting for recognition, I decided to approach my career like a business problem, identify the gap, increase my value, and negotiate based on results. Here's exactly what I did. First, I got brutally honest about my market value. I researched salaries for my role across multiple platforms and compared them to my current pay. The gap was bigger than I expected. That alone shifted my mindset. I wasn't asking for more money emotionally, I was aligning with the market. Next, I focused on high-income skills. I didn't try to learn everything. I identified 1 or 2 skills that were both in demand and directly relevant to my role. Then, I doubled down. I spent about an hour a day improving those skills, applying them at work whenever possible. Within weeks, I was producing noticeably better results. Then, I made my work visible. This is where most people fail. Doing great work isn't enough if no one notices. I started documenting my achievements, projects completed, problems solved, revenue impacted, time saved. I tracked everything. When it came time to talk about a raise, I wasn't relying on opinions. I had proof. At the same time, I improved how I communicated. I spoke more clearly in meetings, shared ideas confidently, and contributed solutions instead of just completing tasks. This positioned me as someone thinking at the next level, not just executing at the current one. Another key move was building leverage. I didn't rely on just my current job. I updated my resume, optimized my online presence, and started exploring opportunities. I applied selectively and had a few interviews lined up. This wasn't about quitting immediately, it was about having options. Options create confidence, and confidence changes how you negotiate. Finally, I asked for the raise, but I did it strategically. I didn't say, I feel like I deserve more. I said, based on market data and the results I've delivered, I'd like to discuss adjusting my compensation to reflect that. Then I presented my evidence clearly and confidently. The result? A $25,000 increase, not overnight, but within 6 months of focused effort. Here's the truth. Increasing your salary isn't about luck or waiting your turn. It's about positioning. When you combine skill growth, visibility, and leverage, you stop hoping for recognition and start creating it. If you're feeling stuck, don't just work harder. Work more strategically. The opportunity to earn more is usually closer than you think. You just need to approach it differently.